Welcome everybody to a variable scripting tutorial. I've had some requests that this be done because there's not many tutorials out there that properly explain it. I mean, there's a few that are probably better than this, but I just thought I'd explain it from a kind of talkative point of view on how variables work. So we're going to start off with inserting a part into our workspace. Now this part is identified as, well, the root for this part is, let's see if we can find the part's parent. See, the parent's workspace, so it's a child of workspace. And so let's say we insert a script into server script service, and we're gonna say, to make a variable, you're gonna say local. So we're gonna say local part is equal to. So this is what our variable is, a name that's stored, that the script will store. And now we're going to identify our part. So what we're going to say is we're going to say local part is game, which is the whole of this tab, dot workspace, which is this little drop down here, and then we're going to say dot part, which is, should come up with like this little icon next to it, so you know it's an interactive part. So we've basically identified this part. You can call this like variable whatever you want, so you can call it part 1, I don't know, part 2, part 3, or like part 4. You can call it whatever you want. We'll just call it part for now. And so what we're going to say is we're going to say part dot say transparency is equal to 0.5. So as soon as this script's run, this part is going to edit its transparency property, which is here, to 0.5. So here we go. So we're just gonna run this script. Well, run this game, and as you can see, the part transparency has gone to 0.5, which is pretty cool. We can do lots of different property changes. So we could say part dot can collide is equal to either true or, well, it's either true or false. So if it's true, that means things can collide with it, and then if it's false, it means things can't collide with it. We could also say part dot anchored is equal to either true or false, and for now we're just going to do true. And if your part can collide is false and your part anchor is false, your part will simply just fall through the map and you won't even see it. So we're going to see what other properties can we change. We can change the part's material, so we can say part dot material, and we have to use speech marks, and then you have to insert the part. Well, you have to insert what you want to make it. So let's see down here. What do I want to make it? I want to make it wood. So what I would say is I'd put wood in here, and then it would change it to wood. You could either say wood or plastic or smooth plastic or neon. Now we're just gonna say wood. And obviously you can change the part dot reflectance is equal to, let's say 0.5. You can change it to whatever it is here. And lastly, what else should we change? There's not really much else we can change. We can do part dot color, but with part, for the color you have to do brick color is equal to brick color dot new. Open parentheses, close parentheses, and then two speech marks, and then you insert the number. Well, you insert the color that you want to make it, so you can see all the color values here. So let's say we want to make it deep orange. So what we do here is we put deep orange. It prompts you to put a color as well. So if I just put, let's say B, it'll say bright green, baby blue, beige, black, you know, BR yellowish green, brick yellow, bright orange, bronze, blah 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 blah. So we're gonna say deep orange. And what this is going to do is this is going to make our part deep orange. So let's just run this script now. And then this part, as you can see, is, you can't really see it because of the transparency, but that's made out of wood, as well as you can't collide with it, so you can stand in it and you just know you can't collide with it at all. and it reflects slightly, which can't really be seen, but it does reflect. So yeah, that's just how you change its color. Whereas if you were to just say brick color is equal to deep orange, if you run it on F5, you can see it doesn't work, because well, let's do view. So you've got view and you've got output. If you hit output, you get this little box down here, which is the output, and it's saying server script service, which is here, and then it's saying script 8, well, script line 8, and it's saying brick color expected got a string. That's because you've inserted, so this, if you put it in speech marks, that makes it a string value. Let's just start the game. So this is a string value. It didn't want a string value, it expected brick color, and that's why we say brick color dot new, open brackets, close brackets, or parentheses, whatever you call it. And then we insert it into here like this. So we're putting a string inside of this because it's expecting a string, and there you go. That's when it turns deep orange. So that's just how to change properties. Now I'm going to show you something else cool. If we're gonna insert another part. See, if you have these two parts named the same, this script will get confused and it'll be like, what? Do I do this one? Do I do this one? What do you want me to do? It won't do both. So we're going to call this part something different. So we're going to call this part 2. And then we're just going to say, I don't know, local part 2 is equal to the games workspace dot part 2. So then we could change some of these values. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press Control C, and I'm just going to press Control V, Control V, Control V, and I'm just going to copy and paste, and well, a little bit mess up there. We're just going to change all of these to part 2. And then we'll change 1 to part 1, so we'll just say part. And now when we run this game, what it's going to do is it's going to change the value of both parts. So look, here we go. It's wood, deep orange, and this one is transparent because we've only told it to be transparent, whereas this one isn't collidable. So we've only told this one to be transparent through this script. Now scripts like this is it's really good to know your variables, because let's say you want to make these two flash. So you're going to say local part 1 equals game dot workspace dot part, and then you're going to say local let's see, part 2 wow equals to game dot workspace dot part 2. So we're just going to drop a few lines, and basically what we're going to say is part 1 dot brick color equals to brick color dot new, and let's just say deep blue, and then I'm going to say part 2 dot brick color equals brick color dot new, and then we're going to do, let's say, maroon. Make sure I spell that right. There we go. So we're going to change that to maroon. So let's say you've got a blue part and a maroon part, and we're doing this through scripts. So you could make something like, if you want to make a flashing light bar, you could alternate these with variables, so you don't constantly have to always write out game dot workspace dot part dot brick color is equal to brick color dot new, and obviously let's just say deep blue. You don't have to say that, it basically shortens it. So all you have to say is part 1 dot brick color equals a brick color dot new, and we're just going to say deep blue. So it shortens it, which is, it's convenient to shorten it. I mean, in this case it's like a larger sort of script, but you can, there's definitely ways that makes it shorter and more convenient. And I would get used to making variables, and if I was you, I'd always put your variables at the start of a script instead of like halfway down here, because some of the script further up won't recognize it. So that's just going to be the end of this tutorial today. If you need anything, just let me know in the comments. I'm also going to link my Discord in the description. And yeah guys, be prepared because there's going to be more tutorials out later today.